this election couldn't be higher.
November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country.
This is a CBS News special, America Decides, the first presidential debate. Now reporting, Norah O'Donnell.
Good evening. We are just moments away from one of the most consequential events of this presidential campaign. President Biden and former President Trump face off in the first debate of the general election, the two meeting for the first time since 2020.
This PBS News presentation was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this PBS News special, the CNN presidential debate simulcast. I'm Amna Nawaz.
And I'm Jeff Bennett. This is the first of two scheduled debates, and it comes before Joe Biden and Donald Trump are officially named their party's nominees.
It is also the first chance for voters to see them side by side on the same stage in this election cycle. And during the debate, you can check out a fact-checking blog by PolitiFact on our website.
We'll be back after the debate with our reporters and analysts, but for the moment, we join Jake Tapper and Dana Bash at CNN, who are moderating tonight's debate in Atlanta.
Tonight, a showdown unlike any other in recent history.
Joe Biden and Donald Trump face to face for the first time in 4 years.
Both men on stage for a historic debate and a pivotal rematch with the White House at stake.
From NBC News, here are Lester Holt and Savannah Guthrie.
Good evening and welcome to the first presidential debate between President Biden and former President Trump, hosted by CNN.
These two men have debated in the past, of course, but this time is going to look a lot different.
The debate is being held at a TV studio after the candidates bypassed the commission that hosted the debate since the 1980s.
So there is no audience tonight, and the microphones will be muted after a candidate's speaking time is up.
The debate expected to run 90 minutes. There will be 2 commercial breaks this evening.
We're going to bring you full analysis here on NBC once the debate is over, but it is about to begin.
Welcome back to Fox News coverage of the CNN presidential debate simulcast between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. I'm Shannon Bream in Washington. We are moments away from what will be the earliest general election debate in modern history.
Now, on the 19th, the president and former president taking center stage.
The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach in your arm.
On the biggest night so far in the race for the White House.
What happened to the United States' reputation under this man's leadership is horrible.
The night team breaking down the historic rematch. Also tonight, a cop in trouble, accused of bar hopping around town in his police cruiser. A dog on the attack, but this would end with a teenage girl shot. A man caught and cuffed, accused of being less than neighborly and downright creepy in his neighbor's yard. Family and friends gathering, praying for the safe return of a paddleboarder missing for days. A judge criticizing a Miami police investigation into a horrific motorcycle crash that left a woman unable to speak.
I don't know why they did not have him blood tested.
It's an update to a 7 News investigation.
I'm Craig Stevens.
I'm Lynn Martinez. 7 News at 11 starts right now.
This is 7 News at 11. Now at 11, it was a monumental matchup.
I've never heard so much foolishness.
Probably the worst administration in history.
In the race for the White House.
You're the sucker. You're the loser.
The president and former president facing off.
What this man has done is absolutely criminal.
In this historic rematch.
Hello again and good evening. On this Thursday night, it was a clash in both style and substance.
The 90-minute debate was a bit more calm than their last time together on the debate stage, but there were a few jabs and some expected tension.
Tonight's presidential debate is over. A live look at the airport where we're waiting for both candidates to take off.
We have live Team 2 coverage across the metro with what's next for Georgia voters as we head to November election.
The debate between President Joe Biden talking about abortion rights.
But we are not for late-term abortion, period. Period, period.
To former President Trump talking immigration.
We are living right now in a rat's nest. They're killing our people.
We have analysis looking at how each candidate did tonight on stage and how the protesters got their message across outside.
This two-party system is not for the people whatsoever.
It's your voice, your vote. We have live Team 2 coverage, all new on WSB tonight. And tonight we are looking at what's next for Georgia voters. I'm George Estevez.
Hello, I'm Wendy Corona.
Good evening, I'm Justin Farmer. And tonight we have live Team 2 coverage of the CNN presidential debate.
WUSA 9 News is now on at 4 to get you prepared for the evening ahead.
This is WUSA 9 News at 11. The first presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump just wrapped up in the last 30 minutes.
Both candidates made some big claims about our country and each other. And part of our mission here at WUSA 9 is to separate fact from fiction and verify what's true and what's false.
Yeah, and that is exactly what we are going to do with these claims made during this debate. Our Adam Longo and Matt Gregory are finishing up their fact checking right now. We will check in with them in just a few minutes. But first up tonight, we want to start with a story that's all new at 11.
Now at 11, Commitment 2024. President Biden and former President Trump face off in the CNN presidential debate.
We've made significant progress from the debacle that was left.
We're in a failing nation, but it's not going to be failing anymore. We're going to make it great again.
Plus, millions of dollars to fight addiction in New Hampshire, gone with a single Supreme Court ruling. Why justices say a settlement with Purdue Pharma just doesn't hold up.
Plus, a falling tree limb hurts two people and smashes into a parked car. One of those hurt is now out of the hospital.
I was like 2 inches away from that tree when it fell.
A sunny and pleasant Friday to end the week tomorrow, when showers could hit over the weekend.
No one covers New Hampshire like we do. WMUR News 9 Tonight starts right now.
If you take a look at all that was done in his administration, he didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos, literally chaos.
He has not done a good job. He's done a poor job, and inflation's killing our country. It is absolutely killing us.
Inflation, immigration, and foreign policy all on the docket for the CNN presidential debate. President Biden and former President Trump meet on stage for the first time in the 2024 cycle. No live audience and no applause breaks. Just two candidates trying to reach America through a camera lens. You're watching News 9 at 11. I'm Monica Hernandez.
And I'm Marissa Tansino. A lot to get to tonight.
Breaking news at 10. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump don't hold back the attacks during the first debate as they state their case to get your vote. Continuing water woes in Edwards bring residents out to a community meeting looking for answers and solutions to fix the problems.
Thank you to the clouds and the showers that kept temperatures down today, but we may not be so lucky when it comes to your Friday and going into the weekend in your first alert forecast.
My son's still gone. I'm hanging on by a thread.
A Lee County family desperately pleading for help to find a loved one missing for over a week.
WLBT News starts now with breaking news.
And we begin with this breaking news. The eyes of the nation centered on the first presidential debate of this pivotal election year. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump meeting on the debate stage to try and get your vote.
2 rounds of storms on the way. I'll time out when they could turn severe.
1 year later, Jackson County taxpayers are fighting for accurate assessments.
Sorry, that's as wrong as it gets, man. You can't get no wronger than that.
Hear from one man who saw an increase of 800%.
Presidential face-off.
You have the morals of an alley cat.
The worst president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
I'm Kaylin Norwood in the spin room with what happened during the first general election debate of the season.
Kansas City. Gone for years, but in many ways, still alive.
We really embraced the town, and the town embraced us.
The radio reunion, 50 years in the making.
KMBC 9 News at 10 starts now.
You saw it here on KMBC 9, the first debate between President Biden and former President Trump. Good evening, I'm Laura Moritz.
And I'm Chris Katz. An historic night in Atlanta. KMBC 9's Kaylin Norwood was there and brings us the big moments.
Now at 10, Exo Energy reveals a new plan to prevent wildfires, but customers
could pay for it. The safety changes and yet another increase in our bills.
Stormy weather and cooler temperatures, they're in the first alert forecast. I'll be tracking more severe storms possible tomorrow in the full first alert forecast.
The city of Wheat Ridge is becoming a hot spot for short-term rentals. That means City Council is taking a closer look at how they operate.
The debate between President Joe Biden and Donald Trump.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said.
My son was not a loser. He was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
Sean Boyd on the highly anticipated event. The news starts now. And breaking right now into our newsroom, 8 adults, 2 dogs rescued at Chatfield Reservoir tonight after high wind gusts swept the lake and everything in it.
This is KOB4 Night Beat.
And good evening, New Mexico. We want to get some breaking news to you right now that's really going to impact people in the metro.
Yeah, right now, southbound I-25 is closed near Bobby Foster because of a multi-car pileup. According to BCSO, all southbound traffic is now being diverted to Rio Bravo Boulevard. Also, right now, drivers are, of course, being asked to still avoid that area.
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall.
The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants and bounce back jobs, a bounce back from the COVID. He has not done a good job.
Well, that was something. Tonight's debate between President Biden and former President Trump was full of verbal jabs, confusing answers, and arguments over performances on the golf course.
But what was lacking at times were some clear promises from either candidate about important issues impacting you and your family day in and day out. Both men needed to appeal to those in the middle, but did either one actually succeed? We were all watching that debate in our newsroom today, but Cassie Foote, you had the job of coming up with the highlight reel, we'll call it. Cassie, some truly bizarre moments this evening.
Desde los estudios de Telemundo Charlotte, esto es Noticias Charlotte.
Dentro de un automóvil y la menor falleció. Ocurrió en Charlotte durante el día más caluroso del año.
TV5 News at 6 starts right now.
WNEM TV5 News starts right now with breaking news.